I do have CanadianSexActs.org up here.
Oh my God. What is that? I don't even know what that is.
Have you seen How I Met Your Mother?
Yeah.
Okay, so Barney starts this website on the show, and none of these are real. Right. I mean, I'm sure somebody's done some of them, but none of them were actually like real. And they're like, so you've got like the Manitoba milk bag.
Oh my God.
But
the milk bags, that's a Toronto thing. That's not a Manitoba thing. So that's American ignorance right there.
Two-handed Zamboni.
Oh no. Okay, what's this website? I'm going to go to it right now.
CanadianSexActs.org. And then we've got the Edmonton Soiler, 2 girls, 1 Stanley Cup. Old King Clancy. They talk about that one on the show. The Reverse Rick Moranis.
Oh my God. The Sloppy Dog Sled.
If any of these sound familiar, if you're like, oh no, I have done that at my last party, then just chime in.
The Sticky Flapjack. Squatting Eskimo. Oh, 5-legged caribou. My goodness. These. Wow. Oh my goodness. Saskatoon Totem Pole. Oh man. Saskatoon.
It's like none of them. I don't think any of them actually have descriptions.
I think they're just cool names that you just.
And then you get a photo of Alan Thicke saying technical difficulties. Please try back in 5. A moose gnawed its way through a bunch of cables here at the ministry.
Oh, can I? Are these? There's a list. Okay, okay.
Yeah, there's a list. I'm sure Urban Dictionary has actually defined all of these, but. It's more fun to just think about it.
The wet ski mask. Yum. Oh, wow. How did it get this way? Why are you wearing it? There's so many questions.
I don't think you want any of them answered.
It should be the Newfie lobster trap. Newfoundland lobster trap.
Is that a thing?
Yeah. So as an American, I'm told by someone in Montreal that we're not allowed to shit on Newfoundland. Because that's like the younger province that all of the other provinces get to beat up on, but no other country can beat up on that province. So,
okay.
So yeah, Americans are not allowed to call them Newfies, but Canadians are allowed to call them Newfies. Is what I'm told.
Okay, so since you're a relatively new transplant to Canada, where did you come from?
Originally born and raised in LA, and then I liked the idea of physics and the very large. I had recently watched the movie Contact with that one person, and it was
Jodie Foster.
Jodie Foster, and it was a famous physicist name here. Carl Sagan wrote the book, and then it became a movie, and he died before the movie came out. Actually, really sad. And then you don't listen to radio waves like that with your ears, but whatever. It was a really cool picture, and it was all in the New Mexico desert. So, and my dad always took me out camping and stuff, so it was a really easy transition to move to New Mexico for me. And then I stayed in New Mexico for 4 years. I really miss it, to be honest. And then after that, I was trying to figure out where to go to grad school, and no one was really biting on my applications. And then a guy was like, hey, we need someone that likes radio astronomy, and you seem to like radio astronomy. How about you move to Winnipeg, Manitoba? And I'm like, what's a Winnipeg, Manitoba? No one knows what a Winnipeg, Manitoba is. And then I moved to Winnipeg, Manitoba. I'm an idiot. I showed up on July 1st, and I didn't know, but that's Canadian Independence Day. And I had no idea. And because I thought it was Canada, and because I'm dumb, I showed up in also my luggage was full of clothes and stuff. So I had to put on my thickest jacket and my only pair of fleece lined pants, and a desert jacket that you think is good enough for the winters in Canada, and then my combat boots, and I show up and it's pushing 95 and it's humid as hell. I'm like, oh my god, this is not what I expected. Where are the igloos? And there was a cute little polar bear in a Mountie outfit as soon as I got off the plane. I'm like, oh, that's Canada. Okay, cool. And then
like a stuffed one.
Yeah, like a thing. And it was
not like they have a trained polar bear at the airport who's wearing a Mountie outfit.
Yeah,
I don't know. Canada's weird.
It is. It's this mystical, faraway Northland. Yeah.
Are you guys really all about the maple syrup.
There is definitely a level of pretentiousness in Canada about their maple syrup. I don't actually indulge in it as much as someone in Canada might. I hear crazy things. I hear people put it in their coffee here. I hear it. I never see it.
So have you done the thing where you like pour it on the snow and then kind of roll it up with a stick?
I know all about it. And there was a winter festival that I wanted to go to, but it was minus 40 outside and I didn't feel like it, you know? I exaggerated. When I was in Winnipeg, it only got to minus 20. And all of the peggers were so happy because it was the warmest winter they've had. They were so happy because it was the warmest winter they'd had in years. It being minus 20 degrees for 6 months straight.
Oh my God.
And it was just like, no, I can't stay here, please. So
just never leave the house.
So I was having like an awful summer there without pay because I showed up early because I was too excited. And then I wound up changing because out of boredom and not liking radio astronomy anymore, I moved to an atomic program. And the guy was like, okay, like, that's cool that you want to work for me. But the downside is you have to move to Vancouver, British Columbia. And like, is that okay with you? And like, fucking get me on the plane. Get me on the plane. So yeah, I did my time. I did a full year in Winnipeg, so I'm seasoned now, all 4 seasons.
So you were a pegger, and now you're a cougar?
I call it, okay, so everyone calls them, so they say in Vancouver that if you go to North Van, there are cougars, and if you go to any further north than that, there are actual cougars. So yeah, I like to call this city, in slang terms, I like to call it Cougar because it just sounds like a cool thing someone from Cali would say. But like, no, they say Van or Van City. They never go by the end of it. They focus on the beginning. I've heard that.
Yeah. So I've already forgotten. You've got peggers. You've got people from Van City. Mm-hmm. And then you've got the...
Toronto.
Hang on. Because I'm... Newfies. You've got Newfies.
Uh-huh. And Torontons. You never say the T in Toronto if you are in Toronto. You don't pronounce the T.
Toronto.
Yeah. That's how they identify
Well, then foreigners. You also get this sort of Canadianness to it, the Toronto. So it kind of just the O thing on the end.
Yeah. Yeah. Getcha, bud. They're coming for you, bud. That's what happens if you don't give her.
Bud. Do you really apologize for like literally everything?
I gotten used to it.
Do you say sorry?
I intentionally pronounce it that way. I like deliberately sorry it up.
Good. I would too. I would 100% of the time.
In Winnipeg, there is this sort of like, there is a very much like this clan mentality. Because people like walk back and forth from school and home. When you're walking out in the street and it is like literally minus 20 on a normal day, you walk by someone and you say, good day. You're good, right? Like, you're not mentally insane from this awful, dreary weather and you have enough clothes. Can I give you my mittens? Like, you're good? I'm good. We're all good. Okay. We can part ways. They take care of each other. It's a really nice kind of, that spirit is something that I immediately missed when I moved out to Vancouver. It's like, I would just walk down the street and then just college kids would walk by. I'm like, hey. And then they're just like, why is he talking to me? I don't know you.
So like, what are you doing? We don't talk to each other here.
Yeah,
what the hell?
Maybe that's just more of a Midwest thing. I don't know. Maybe it is more Canadian than not Canadian. So there's so many places. There are 13 provinces and territories. There are only 10 provinces, but they say that they have a disadvantage because the Northwest Territories has a crap ton of islands. And when they're kids in school, they have to color each one of them in with a crayon, and that they complain about, or they don't complain. That's part of growing up in Canada. Yeah.
That's actually illegal to complain. Sorry. I didn't mean to complain.
That was perfect pronunciation. One of my favorite movies growing up of all time, was Rocket Man. And it's very much a 90s film. They have the CRT monitors that like jostle back and forth. And it's about this like computer nerd who winds up building the software for a Mars mission and their computer scientist for the mission just got injured, so they need to replace him with the nerd. But this nerd guy is just like, he's all over the place and he's bumping and knocking stuff up, and he's like, oh, I'm sorry. And we're like, oh, what a weird guy. Like, no, he's not weird. He's just Canadian. Like, oh.